The recent release of the film How to Have Sex got me thinking, what makes a good rave film? Why am I so obsessed with rave films, or party films, or any film that uses electronic music or dance music as its focus? And there have been a number of good examples of this over the years. I'm going to take a small look into what I think makes a good rave film. Starting with set and setting. You can set your rave film at a specific time in history, or you can make it present day. Being from Manchester, I think that we've had it pretty good with this. A good number of films have been set in Manchester around the 80s and 90s, as there's quite an interesting history of music in the city. But you can also set it in present day, where the set and setting isn't actually that important. For example, the 80s was a very important time in rave culture in England and the UK, as that's when raves were essentially outlawed.
They're applauding the DJ, not the music, not the musician, not the creator, but the medium, the birth of rave culture.
Criminal Justice and Public Order Bill, and are making it illegal to have gatherings around music, characterised wholly or predominantly by the emission of a succession of repetitive beats.
If you are going to be a superstar DJ, when all else fails, play techno. It's nondescript, non-recognizable, and everyone will think that you are so cutting edge.
The rave film should have some element of everyday life. It can't just be about rave. You have to show the humdrum, ordinary life that people might have that leads them into the rave culture, an escape from reality. Whether this be work or school or relationships, it's good to get an idea of who these people are before they go crazy at a rave.
A customer in Liverpool should have the same experience as a customer in West Lothian.
You didn't double my coupons? They're at the bottom, in red, where it says double coupons.
Bring this mess down when you come, please.
I am not your slave.
Don't talk to your mother like that.
Whether you want to admit it or not, a big part of rave culture is drugs. These have been the underpinning of raves and electronic music since its creation, and because these are mostly illegal still to this day, a big part of the adventure of going to a rave is acquiring these party supplies. So it's good to show our characters going through that turmoil and difficulty and doing something that pretty much everyone who goes to raves is doing or has done at some point.
Kung Fu no good here.
Guys like the fucking jar!
Before you even get to the rave, we have the pre's, or the pre-parties, where people get together and get ready to go out. It's good to show this in a film, as again, it's building up anticipation for what is to come, and it also allows dialogue between our characters, because, let's be honest, no one's going to be talking much at the rave itself.
Oi! Yeah. Drink that.
Is that these talentless wankers have the opportunity to reach an international audience, right? Say something profound.
Oh, baby, I'm all alone on the phone. I'm 14 years old with a broken heart.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
The next part of the story is actually getting into the rave.
I said, nice, bruv. Nice one, brother.
This can be quite simple and straightforward if you're using a modern day scenario, but if you're looking at historic raves and historic time periods, finding the rave wasn't always the easiest. Dealing with heavy-handed bouncers and club promoters, and of course getting searched for drugs. There's a lot of anxiety and anticipation into this part. Some people deal with it better than others, but it's also good to show in a film the high stakes that are in play.
You! Racing! Large! No, this is not going to happen, man. No way is this going to happen. Okay, what's the owner of this club called?
Pablo Hassan?
No way, mate. Pablo Hassan.
No, mate. Don't even think about it.
If I'm not back here in 10 minutes, I'll see you in there, right?
If your film is going to feature characters taking drugs, which they probably will be if they're going to a rave, it's quite effective to show the effects of these drugs, either from an outsider's point of view, how someone appears differently when they're under the influence, or if you want to get really fancy with it, try and recreate what that person might be feeling under the influence of these drugs. For example, Beats from 2019 is mostly shot in black and white until our characters are seen taking ecstasy, and suddenly the film is a multicoloured psychedelic experience, which I think is very effective. Of course, if your film is about dance music, you need to show people dancing. This is when you get all of the extras extras you can find. All of the crew get involved. For example, during the large party scenes in Project X, a lot of the crew and extras were just recording footage on their phones, which was then used in the film to give it that more authentic feel. A big part of rave culture is the friends you make along the way. It's a very rare occasion to go to a rave and not make new friends and meet new people, maybe a new romantic partner, but the difference between raves and bars is that most of the people you meet at raves are nice, happy people, so show that in the film.
Yes! Dream Team! Future MV man on the run! Yeah, I fucking love you! You too, wee man! I love you too!
In some cases, the rave is not the end of the night. Some people will see it as a midpoint in their evening, and the party doesn't stop when the lights come on. Finally, a wise person once said, "What goes up must come down." The after effect of raves and dancing and drugs can take a toll on someone, but it doesn't have to be a come down.
I'm off the drugs big time. No, I mean it. No, listen to me. I'm sick of feeling like the advert for a methadone program. I really feel I'm gonna.
Oh, it sounds like Clubber's come down chorus to me, sweetheart.
You know it. I'll have a pint of vodka, mate. Just a little drop of coke. Packet of Maltesers, yeah? Nice.
Maybe we shouldn't have left, Kev. Maybe the girls wouldn't have minded if we were covered in puke.
They would have minded.
So there we have it. There's 10 points which I think make a good rave film. There are many more films that I've not included in this video. Some of the films are questionable as to whether they're actually rave films, but any kind of film that includes some element of rave culture is definitely one that makes my list of films to watch. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I've missed, and thank you for watching.